Where he began as a child learning the Raga Yaman and still declaring that even after 50 years, he's still practicing that. Few notes and so much of practice. We are moving towards infinity. The infinite notes. Imagine the practice a spiritual person requires at every moment. Panditji may be practicing once in a while. Even a great vocalist, Pandit Jasrajji, he used to say the same thing. When I asked him, Panditji, what is your message for all of us? Pandit Jasrajji said two things. Riyaz means constant practice and respect for elders. He says, sadly, these days, respect for elders has simply disappeared. They don't even respect their own family members, leave alone the strangers. This aspect of respect, mutual trust, love towards each other, treating sisters as your own and not cast their sensual desires, not possess them as objects. This is akhlaq. This is the heart of heartfulness, mutual respect and love, not to objectify anyone in your life. I have said often a story of Brazilian elders. One elder of 80 years, 75 years, carries the tradition of thousands of years. They have learned from their ancestors which medicine is good, which plant will give you this particular cure, how to conduct life from season to season. That knowledge is absolutely disappearing from Amazonian forests. Youngsters today, especially they're moving into bigger cities. How can they learn new things from the ancestors? There is no connection left. Grandparents are very important in child's life. More than anything else, more than knowledge, they teach life itself. How to sit properly, how to talk, learning new things which is vital to our existence. This is all we learn from our elders. We don't learn from schools and colleges. Schools and colleges often teach us informations and new things with which you get too excited. Nothing wrong with it. Go ahead learning new things. It is not bad. But don't forget the old thing. It should not come at a cost of old tradition. Humility. Someone had asked me, Sister Upasana from Apollo Foundation, she was participating in American Telugu Association recently in Washington, D.C. She asked a question, What is the most important thing a woman should have? But I would say all should have. The number one quality is humility. Most beautiful person with arrogance, the beauty will disappear. He will look like, or she will look like Rakshas. Humility beautifies our persona. Citing the example from the lives of three great women of India, Swami Vivekananda says they stood tall because of their character, their humility. They were Sita, Gandhari, and Draupadi. We have to imbibe those characters. We shall be celebrating the age-old wisdom that India carries. We'll meditate over this concept of what we stand for at Sahaj Margis, followers of the way of the heart. How we can magnify the subtle message through our lifestyle. We can speak and speak from platforms, but our messages will speak louder when our lifestyle itself can magnify those subtle messages. Only then people will be touched by all those things and say, yes, there is something. Yesterday's discipline was extraordinary when we all sat together listening to music. Panditji he said, I have attended so many events, performed so many events worldwide. I have never seen such a crowd. I have never seen such an atmosphere. It's as if gods are sitting to listen, which is an excellent, I would say, congratulatory words towards our system. We all can carry this. We all have that potential. And it only reminded me one simple statement of Pujya Babuji Maharaj. He says, I don't make disciples, I make masters. Beautiful. So we all have potential to become exactly like the master. What do we need to arrive at that message that we have shared? It's all about that mastery over life. Please read this and try to highlight what disintegrates you from inside. And focus on what can integrate us. And that's only one thing that can integrate us from inside. And that is our practice. Without practice, you can go nowhere. Even the great maestro, Panditji, he has to practice day in and day out. Another great master, vocalist, Panditji, he told me, Riyaz is very important. Riyaz means practice. Babuji also says practice. Practice, practice and practice. But with right attitude. We often talk of devotion, bhakti. Without bhakti, without the heart of heartfulness, we are nowhere. Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to talk about bhakti. He also used to talk about discrimination. And discrimination is a fundamental thing in yoga, viveka, what to do, what not to do. But when Chariji Maharaj said, love all whom he loves, then we start wondering, this person has wronged me so much, this person deserves me so much, he has done so much of favor to me. I can love this person more and I can love this person less, or I even hate this person. So the discrimination kicks in and the slogan remains a slogan, love all whom he loves. Whom doesn't he love? God we're talking about. He loves all. That means I should be loving all. But the discrimination says, no, I cannot love all. Both statements, love him who loves all and love all whom he loves, are complementary. Bhakti is a pinnacle of love. Bhakti is an outcome, it's a state. Just as love is a state, it's not a process. Love is a state we arrive at. Discrimination, it's a process, it's the beginning. Let's begin. It's okay. You may dislike somebody in the beginning, you may like someone in the beginning, it's okay. Our goal has to be fixed. You begin with one love towards God and see how this journey takes us further. And at the culmination of love, when we arrive at bhakti, everything becomes love, because then we see Him in all, we feel Him in all. This is culmination, this is what Sahaj Marg stands for. That's why unity is paramount, but it cannot be forced upon. It must be the result of my practice. And whenever we have discord, take it for granted, there is lack of practice, there is lack of understanding, lack of right thinking, and lack of honesty in one's life. Anyway, coming Bhandara, we shall celebrating the wisdom bridges. And at that time, we'll be also releasing a book stating certain principles, at least 9 principles that came to my mind, how to raise our children in a masterful way. It will be released, published by Pengu in India, and as I said, it offers families a reference point that will help them guide to gear the next generation properly. And I'm sure it will also help us individually how to conduct a life that will echo in our children. Nothing much more to share. I'm very touched by your presence, especially this time, because the atmosphere within and outside, they speak the same language, same harmony, same vibrations. We are ever grateful to our masters for such a gift. Thank you all. Thank you.